This is a day I've been looking forward to for 5,000 years, for all recorded history. Every once in a while, a revolutionary product comes along that changes everything. And we have been, well, one is very fortunate if you get to work on one of these in your civilization's lifetime. We have been very fortunate. I have been able to introduce a few of those into the world. In 105 AD, we introduced a first piece of paper. It changed the whole media industry. In 4078, Leonardo da Vinci started a wide use of universal notebook. And it didn't just change the way we write, it changed the entire way of thinking. Well, today we're introducing 3 revolutionary products of this class. The first one is Creative Notebook with full control to help you think out your ideas. A master productivity system to outperform across all your tasks. And a dynamic knowledge commonplace that revolutionizes how you collect and draw out information. First one is a white sheet of paper with full control. Second is a dynamic knowledge commonplace. So, a white sheet, system, a knowledge base, sheet of paper, productivity system, knowledge commonplace. Are you getting it? Those are not 3 separate devices, this is one device, and we are calling it Outforms. Today, we're going to reinvent the paper. Here it was, but we're going to leave it there for now. So, before I get into it, let me talk about a category of things. The most advanced phones are called smartphones, so they say. They typically combine a phone plus some messaging capability, plus they say it's internet. It's sort of baby internet in one device, and they all have this little touchscreen on them. And the problem is that they are not as smart as you, and they are not so easy to use for things that people try to use them for. So, if you make a business school 101 graph, and on smart axis and easy to use axis, most of the smartphones are right here. They are not so smart, they are not so easy to use. Smartphones are meant to make life simpler, yet somehow we found ourselves slowed down by them. Those one simple tasks now take longer and feel harder. Notifications, endless screen time, and this distraction that is everywhere, that is complicating our everyday lives and making us addicted and miserable. But it doesn't have to be this way. We believe technology should empower us to do more, not less. So let's redefine what technology can do for you. Laptops are definitely a little smarter, but they are actually harder to use. They are really complicated and alienating. Just for basic stuff, people have a hard time figuring out how to use them. Finding and learning applications is tiring. Well, we don't want to do any of those things. What we want to do is to make a leapfrog product that is way smarter than any mobile device has ever been and that is super easy to use. That is what Outforms are. So, we're going to reinvent the paper. Now, we're going to start with the revolutionary user interface. It is a result of years of research and development, and of course, it's an interplay of hardware and software. Now, why do we need revolutionary user interface? Here's 4 digital devices, right? A phone, laptop, computer, and a tablet. Usual suspects. So, what's wrong with their user interfaces? They are bound by apps, restrictions and limits that are dictated by those apps. The problem lies deep within. It is in interfaces that we came to accept, the ones that are already built into digital worlds, whether we need them or not. These devices come with fixed controls, rigid in plastic and glass. They are uniform for every task. Every application demands something unique, an organic user experience, optimized set of forms, and freedom for its purpose. Imagine a system where interfaces adapt to the application and not the other way around. Now, what happens if you think of a great idea 6 months from now? They are already shipped. You need code magician or something, a developer. It doesn't work because it's already built, controls can change, smartphones limit you to functions that developers build into applications. Developers, despite their best intentions, create these constraints, they confine you into a set of capabilities. Applications can't adapt for each new concept or vision, they can't change for each application, they can't change down the road if you think of another great idea you want to add to this product. Well, how do you solve this? It turns out we have solved it. We have solved it in notebooks 500 years ago. We solved it with limitless paper that could display and create anything we desired. We could put any user interface on it. And with a simple writing utensil, we had a pen, we cracked this problem down. But now, in this high-speed modern AI world, where the pace is incredibly fast, how do we bring this concept to a mobile device? What are we going to do is to get rid of those buttons, of those screens, and to make a new ultimate limitless paper that will be suited for this time. Now, how are we going to communicate this? We don't want to carry around a scroll, a laptop, maybe a notebook sometimes. So what are we going to do? To scan this and to use it in a computer? To write line by line with beautiful handwriting? Virtual reality? Well, who wants virtual reality? It's very heavy, it presses you. Oh, yeah. Nobody wants that. Maybe we are going to use digital detox. Who wants digital detox, right? We're going to use the best supercomputer, the best problem solver that we have, our mind. We're going to use best pointing device that we have in the world. We're going to use something that we are already born with, maybe 10 of them even. We're going to use our fingers. And we have invented a new technology that is called Outforms, which is phenomenal. It works like magic. It helps you make best decisions out of the box. No need for VR glasses, apps, laptop or AI assistant. It's far more accurate than any interaction you ever experienced. It understands your intentions, ignores distractions, and is remarkably perceptive. You can seamlessly integrate ideas and tasks with natural gestures, and oh boy, have we patented it. So Outforms is not just a step forward, it's a leap into a future where your mind and a simple piece of paper, any piece of paper, unlock endless possibilities. So we have been very lucky to have introduced a few revolutionary writing tools to the market in our time. First one was a quill, the second was a typewriter, and now we're going to bring the Outforms, a paper, to the forefront. Each of those revolutionary tools has made possible a new revolutionary iteration. But every revolution comes down to using pen and paper in a new, fun and curious way. So, a revolutionary user interface. We're going to build on top of that with software. Now, software on mobile phones is like baby software. We're going to show you a software breakthrough. Software so advanced it feels like it's 5,000 years wiser than what's on any phone. Now, how do we do this? Well, we start with a strong foundation. Outforms runs all possible mind maps. Why do we want to run such a sophisticated operating system on a small piece of paper? Well, because it's got everything we need. It's got multitasking. It's got the best networking. It already has powerful management. We've been doing this on papers for years. It's got awesome security and privacy, unlike many of tech companies. And the right solutions to do anything you do, from fluidity of ink to depth of thought that mind map usually provides. It's all got core creativity built in, and it's got profound simplicity that traditional notebooks are famous for. And it's got all elements we already desire. It's built right into Outforms. That has allowed us to craft productivity systems as dynamic as your imagination. Not some limited tools you find elsewhere. This is genuine desktop class creative environment. Now let me share a couple of quotes with you. One iconic voice in technology, Arthur C. Clarke, once said, "The only way to discover the limits of the possible is to go beyond them into the impossible." We want to redefine what is possible in the tools that we use every day. Ralph Waldo Emerson once reflected, "Do not go where the path may lead, go instead where there is no path and leave a trail." That is how we see Outforms. We go where no one has gone in recent decades, and we want to make a trail there. We want to transform our creative processes in whole. Albert Einstein once noticed, "We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking that we used when we created them." So when we create phones, social media and all of those distractions that often are our problems, we don't need to make something similar to it. We need to go in a completely different direction that we take with Outforms. And Leonardo da Vinci, a master of design, once said, "Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication." It's a simple piece of paper. Sometimes people complicate life, they complicate everyday tasks, but it's not needed to be so. Innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower. It's vision for this project: to lead with groundbreaking technology that transforms how we engage with ideas and tasks, to make everyone a pioneer in their own right. Now, one of the most insightful observations when it comes to technology is that any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. This captures our approach perfectly, because our aim here is to make technology feel seamless, intuitive, maybe even magical. It's about bringing something unforgettable to every paper and mind map. And now I want to give a word to Antos, who will demo this for you. Now we will demo and see how this system works, how people can apply it, and how they already started to apply it, and how to replace any computer of yours with a physical operating system, be it a simple piece of paper, be it something like toilet paper that I showed you, be it a notebook, or actually anything. Thank you that you stayed here. Now you lead to Antos.